And gentlemen, g'day, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Economics Mate, and this is Wotb Blitz. I have a bit of a topic to speak about today, and I think a lot of people need to understand why this is an important topic to speak about. And that is why is World of Tanks Blitz not fun anymore? Now, people have been speculating for many months now. In fact, there's been many years now. Why Blitz is no longer fun. Is it perhaps because of the player base? Maybe it's the matchmaking. Maybe it's the tanks that are being introduced. Or perhaps it's wargaming. Well, in this video, I'm going to be talking about these things and why I think Blitz is actually still quite fun to play. And why people and their speculations are incorrect. But again, there are certain issues that I think we need to address. Mainly because, well, there's no other word for it. This is a game that I've been playing for 10 years. And when you're playing a game for this long, you sort of notice a pattern. A pattern that, you know, certain things happen that you don't really expect to happen. And I think one of the first reasons why people are assuming that Blitz is no longer fun is because of crates. That's number one. Now, I know people might say, oh, but crates are not really a reason why it's no longer fun. Hear me out. When you oversaturate the market in Blitz with this crate and that crate, an American container and a British container and a Chinese container and whatever it may be, a collect-them-all container, a mystery container. But why? Awesome container, mega container, massive container. Why? Why do we have all these different levels of containers? All these interesting names? All these, frankly, interesting, aspects? Why? What is the point? What are the rewards that you get out of it? Why do we have them? Well, again, it's a way for wargaming to make profit. Technically it's a way for wargaming to make revenue and then generate profit from that, depending on how many crates people buy. Because a lot of the time with these crates, you need to spend gold. And in order to get gold, you need to spend money. So you spend money to get gold, and you use that gold to open crates in the hope that you might win a tank. Again, I think the reason for that is it's the possibility of getting a tank. And sometimes that's not fun. Opening crates might give you some kind of endorphins and some kind of stimulation in the brain. Like, oh my God, I got all these crates. I got to open another one. But then you get nothing. Just like me. My luck with crates are horrible. Just look at my mystery boxes. I've opened over 200. Do you think I got the Project Kampfpanzer? Absolutely not. Did I get a lot of mystery certificates? No, I only got 5. It should give you an indication that perhaps, just perhaps, maybe, crates are not that fun. Because they are literally just gambling. And I will gladly tell Wargaming, guys, this is gambling. Stop doing it. Because there's so many kids out there that are doing it. And they're thinking it's fun. But then they get nothing. And then it's no longer fun. They say, my luck is so bad. Why do I spend this much money on the game? Why do I even bother? That's why there are people saying, it's because of crates, it's no longer fun anymore. Okay, so that's the crates issue out of the way. What else are people saying that is no longer fun? Why is Blitz no longer fun? And what's the reason for it? Well, I'll give you another example. Very, very simple. Okay? You also have the player base, right? And I'm not talking about those that, are pro players or unicums or people that are pretty good at the game or, just genuinely want to do better at the game. No. Or those that are just playing for fun or trying to stat pad. No. I'm talking about the people who are toxic. The people who are toxic, the people who are racist. These are the people that we need to watch out for. These are the people that you need to watch out for, right? And why is that? Why are people saying that it's the player base, the toxic player base, that are ruining it for everyone else? Why is that? Why is that? Well, I'll give you a perfect explanation as to why people are saying it's the toxic players that are not making the game fun anymore. Again, it's in the name, toxic. When people are losing the game, you've lost the game, you've died, you've done your best, And then you have these idiots on your team or the idiots on the enemy team that are calling you names, that are being disrespectful and rude to your religion or to your culture. How do you expect to react to that? Do you want to play more games? No. You choose not to. And I think that is one of the reasons why people are saying that Blitz is no longer fun. They don't want to play anymore because it's now a competition between who can be more rude than the other, who can be more toxic than the other. And let's be honest, there is no server that is more toxic than the Asia server. APAC is horrendous. For toxicity, oh my dear God, is it horrible. It's so bad. It's so bad. Honestly, I have never played on a server that's as toxic as the Asia server in Blitz. Honestly, like, you get people messaging me after the game, telling me I'm an idiot, I'm an effing idiot, F you, F your mum, you're a dog, you Viet. And then, and you know what's even worse? Is that they're naming the people's countries. Like, Vietnamese dog, this, that, you know, you're a Chinese dog or a Chinese pig, you're a Lebanese terrorist, Afghanistani or Pakistani idiot. It's like, why? Why? Why the racism? Why? Why is there supposed to be racism in the game? Why? Why do we need to have toxic players? Why can't there be a system in the game, that an AI system in the game, rather, that recognizes that there's people out there that are purposefully insulting others, that are swearing at others, that are making fun of others because of their culture or their religion or whatever it may be, or their name, right? And they're saying F you and F this and F that and blah, 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 and you're a B word, you're an N word, blah, blah, blah. And they're doing it in the games, for God's sake. Why? Why is this happening? This is a culture. This whole game is a community. We're a community. We're a community of gamers, a community of tankers. We're enjoying the game as much as we can, and yet we have people like this who just ruin the game for us. That's just how it is. That is literally just how it is. And it's unfortunate. It is unfortunate that, you know, the game is like this, that the game ends like this. And this is one of the reasons why people are presuming that Blitz is no longer fun. How do you compete with that? How do you compete with that? What kind of explanation do you have in response to toxic players and players who are literally toxic as all hell? Because they ruin the game for everyone else. They make everyone else feel like, you know what, I don't want to play this game anymore. I have these guys that are calling me this because I am this specific religion, or I'm this specific culture, or I'm from this country. It's very disheartening. It's quite disrespectful. It's quite disheartening. And it demotivates you from playing the game or wanting to play the game for fun anymore. It's like a obligation. It's like, oh, I have to play the game. No, you should be playing it for fun. And that is one of the biggest reasons why Blitz is no longer fun for some people. Now, what else is there? There's also players who their main goal in Blitz is to make people's games miserable. I'm talking about those who go AFK every single match just to throw the match. Those who YOLO straight into the enemy team and then give away the positions of every single other person on your team. I'm talking about those that block you purposefully, that block your shots, that push you out into the enemy team while you're in hiding, that constantly keep you spotted. Those kind of players that make the game no longer fun for everyone else. Why? Why is this happening? So, again, this is a very important aspect to speak about. It's very, very important. When we have things like this happening, there's no other way to put it. It's horrible. It really is. And it's ruining the game for other people. And there's so many of these players on the Asia server. I see there's whole clans of these Muppets who are doing this to every single other player in their team that are ruining the fun. And they're removing that fun aspect, the enjoyment of playing Water Tanks Blitz. And that's one of the biggest reasons. It's another one of the biggest reasons. What else is there? Honestly, I feel like despite what I've spoken of, despite about the toxicity and despite all the other stuff, personally, I think Blitz is still fun. I still think Blitz is very, very fun. I still think there's a lot to enjoy with Blitz. We have all these events that are coming out. So there's always events. Wargaming is always giving us free rewards and free tanks. What's there to be upset about? What's there to be upset about? Why is there this sort of grudge against wargaming? Like, wargaming is the enemy. They are the cause of all evil. They are the reason why I'm not having fun. What's the reason for that? There's literally no reason for that. Yes, I have called out wargaming on numerous occasions on different things that they've added into the game that I highly disagree with, and many other people disagree with. Specifically, crates. But for all these little nuances that we believe they are doing wrong, they have done so much correctly for the rest of the community. They have done many things correctly. They've given us fun game modes. They've given us different events. They've given us free tanks so many times. We have received free tanks and free items, and they do streams where they give away so much free things. Free items. So why the hate on wargaming? Why is there so much sort of this uprooted hatred towards wargaming? Because I feel like, to be honest with you, the hostility and the hatred is uncalled for. I feel like it's not worth it. Why would you have to get angry at a company for that has kept the game going and kept the game relevant for, let's face it, over 10 years? I mean, any gaming company that can do that with a singular game is extremely impressive. The Blitz community is as alive as it was back in the day. We may not like certain things that they've introduced, but it doesn't mean the game isn't fun anymore. You can still engage. Now you can engage in 3-man platoons. 3-player platoons we have now in fun game modes, in ratings, right? We have 10 versus 10. We've always wanted more than 7-player games, and now we have it at our disposal. Like, we've had all these interesting events, interesting garages, interesting items. I still think Blitz is fun. Yes, there are certain aspects that need to be fixed, they need to be addressed, and I think wargaming has a lot to do, has a lot of work to do to ensure that the wider community still enjoy the game. That's the idea. The whole point of the game is not to be the best player ever, to have fun, to enjoy, to have fun with your friends and your clanmates, and just enjoy the game, and collect your tanks and whatever, and enjoy. And I think wargaming deserve a lot more credit than people give them. Let's face it, wargaming get a lot of crap from a lot of the players, especially the older ones, right? Why? Like, look, it's all well and true to tell a company, look, this is doing this, you've done this wrong, please fix it. Please fix it. We the player base want you to introduce this back. We want you to bring this back. We want you to introduce this system. But don't crap on a company because of the wrongdoings of certain players. But rather give them feedback. Tell them, guys, please implement a system where it bans these players permanently, where it bans them for a few days, where it reprimands them so they can't log in, so therefore they have to feel for what they did is incorrect. That's just my opinions. Who am I to say? I'm just some small YouTuber out there who doesn't really know what they're talking about. Am I right? Anyway, guys, please don't feel like this is an attack for wargaming. It's not. It's more of a act of support to show to wargaming. It's more a way of showing that Blitz is still fun. You can still have fun in Blitz, regardless of whether you've been playing over 10 years like I have, or if you've been playing for a month. It doesn't matter. Blitz is still fun, and it's not going anywhere. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Don't forget to let me know in the comments what you think about this topic, whether you think Blitz is still fun, or whether it's just a game that's lost its charm. Let me know. As always, look after your friends and family, look after yourselves. Peace in the Middle East, and of course, stay safe on the battlefield. Bye for now.